Hi, I'm Sarah and you're watching Asisburn Saya, and today I am going to be talking about Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read quite a few of Taylor Jenkins Reid's book. This is her latest one. It's about a retired tennis player who returns to the game to show that she is the best and to retain her record and to make sure that no one beats it and to show that she is the best of the best, and to show that even though she is 37 years old, that she is the best, and to respect your elders, to respect that she is Carrie Soto. This cover is gorgeous. I mean, I love the colors. It definitely feels sort of like a summer vibe, even though it didn't come out in the summer. But I love the little balls. I mean, they've got little tennis balls on it, which I love. It's a lovely lilac colour. I think it's gorgeous. It goes very well with my Malibu Rising that I have in hardback as well. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like in softback as well whenever it comes out. And I think it'll probably come out in the summer because it feels sort of like a summery read. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. I think it's gorgeous. I'll pop it there for the moment. So you can see it just beside Daisy Jones and the Six. If you haven't read Taylor Jenkins Reid before, I highly recommend her as an author. I've thoroughly enjoyed all her books that I have read of her so far. And Carrie Soto is Back is no different. Carrie Soto herself, she grows up with her mother and father, a father who used to play tennis and who no longer does because of his bad knees. Her mother dies one day and she then is left with her single father who takes her to tennis. He looks after her and he shows her the ropes of tennis and she becomes the world #1 and she achieves all her dreams. Now, one of the things that this book brought up was, would Carrie Soto be who she is if her mother was still alive? Her mother definitely didn't want tennis to be everything to her. And that was one of the things that really surprised me. I think throughout the book I was expecting her mother really to be alive and that was going to be a twist, that her mother was really going to be alive. But no, her mother is actually dead. I really thought it was going to be that her mother walked out on them. But she yearned for him. That was the thing. She really yearned for a mother. And she would look at all the different children and want her mother. She didn't want a coach. She wanted a mother. And that was the thing. She was taught, I think at a very young age, to use tennis as an outlet, but to not bring her emotions onto the tennis court. One of the things I put for this was, is it good parenting? She has a picture of her mother that she kept under her bed, under her pillow, that she looked at and was mourning her mother, but her father took it away from her so she wouldn't look back. I mean, is it good parenting for her not to look at this photo, to not mourn? And that's what made me think, was the mother really alive? One of the lines when her father is teaching her how to play tennis is, "And love, what does it mean?" Her father responds, "It means nothing." "Well, it means 0. "Right, you have no points. Love means nothing." Love means nothing. I mean, that is a metaphor completely for this book. Like, love means nothing. It's all about the points and the winning. I mean, there's so much in this book besides, I mean, whenever she's playing, it's good. I wouldn't say it's her best. I wouldn't say it's Taylor Jenkins Reid's best, because to me her best is Daisy Jones and the Six. But it was an enjoyable read. It definitely said an awful lot. One of the things that one of Carrie Soto's opponents, Paulina, calls her fat and blames an injury on why she lost. I mean, there's body shaming in this. Do we as women pull each other down? You can definitely tell that Carrie doesn't really have the ability to be social. And did she not gain this ability because she lost her mother at such a young age and not being able to connect with women because she didn't really have any female role models in her life? And the only way that she could connect with her father was through tennis and through winning and by being the best. I remember there's one scene where she wants to go for ice cream and instead her father takes her on laps on the beach training instead. That was their time together, and that was what their relationship was. It was a coach and player. It wasn't a father and daughter relationship. One of the things, Carrie Soto was very, very competitive, and Stefana Vona, anyway, she does this to one of the players, and one of the players was meant to had a medical problem with, I think it was her ankle. Yes, done something to her opponent, had done something to her ankle, and her team asked Carrie to give her a medical delay for her ankle, and Carrie says no, she wouldn't give it to me. So should she have given her a delay? I mean, yes, she's hurt herself, but don't you want to play the best? But I feel like in this, Carrie just wanted to win, and she didn't want to play the best player. She just wanted to win. She doesn't give her the time to get better. It felt a little bit unsportsmanlike. It felt like, to be the best, should you not beat the best at their best and not exploit an injury that they had? So that's one of the things that this book also brings out. It's, to be the best, do you not have to beat the best at their best? But that's the thing, when Carrie comes back, she is older, and so you're not beating the best version of Carrie because she's older. And one of the other things that this book brings out, Carrie may be number 2 in the female tennis world rankings, but she isn't getting the same endorsements, and it's because she isn't nice, she isn't smiling, she isn't being girly, and she isn't being a typical female sportswoman. She isn't being the stereotypical female. Gave up everything for tennis. Her father created her like this because he gave her nothing else but the ambition and the need to be the best. He created this. He created Carrie as she is. As I said, I think she would have been a completely different person if her mother had still been alive. I mean, she doesn't talk to her competitors because she doesn't want to be friendly and create a bond with them, because it's going to beat them, and she wants no emotion on the court. She just wants to beat them, and she doesn't want to see them as a person. And I can understand that. I can see her not wanting to talk to them, because it's like, why would I make nice and why would I be fake to you whenever I want to beat you? I want to beat you into the ground. The thing about Carrie, she has no support system. She has no friends, and everything around her is her father, which I think is really sad, that she has no support network. As she's becoming the Carrie Soto, she has no one. She has employees that work for her coaches and everything. Whenever she's finished her potential, they move on to the next thing. They don't stay with her. They have no loyalty to her. That's the thing, when she gets to the top, there's no one really there to congratulate her. There's no one there to support her. You've reached the top and there's no one there to celebrate it with. Pointless. I really feel for Carrie. I mean, she's driven and she is a fantastic character. She is amazing. I really, really loved Carrie. I hope this gets made into a movie or a TV series, because it is brilliant. I could see her hitting all the balls, and, you know, montage, and with the original 80s music. And then whenever she returns, like the music from the 1994. When she returns, it's set in, I think, 1994, 1995. And totally throughout this, the theme song, I think, for this book is The Man by Taylor Swift, because Carrie would be treated completely different if she was a man. And how she reacts to things would be treated completely different if she was a man. And that's the thing, her father is teaching her, and he's a man, so is he teaching her this because he's a man and there's no women involved? So, okay, here's the thing, because this is set in the 90s, and I'm so nostalgic. I mean, I don't really remember the 90s. I remember like tad, like little bits, tiny, itty bitty bits, not much. But Cindy Crawford and Richard Gere were married. What? What? How did I miss this? How did I not know this? Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford. How did I not know this? How is it not public knowledge? It probably is, and I just didn't know. One of the things I laughed out loud at was Carrie Soto at one point is reading a Daisy Jones and the Six autobiography. I think it's an unofficial one, but I did laugh at that because I'm like, ah, because you do get little throwbacks. That's the thing with Taylor Jenkins Reid. There are little throwbacks and Easter eggs to her other books, which I really enjoy. I didn't notice an awful lot in Carrie Soto's back, but there's probably something that I missed myself. One of the things with Carrie, I really cried whenever she ended up getting into the French quarterfinal. I cried at that because I realised that she can change, and she has to change, because if she doesn't change, she will just live in her glory days. And that's really the problem with Carrie, is that she can't move on from this, because tennis has been everything to her. She can't move on. And because she was world number one, she can go in as a wild card into these games and doesn't have to compete in the world tour. I'm still not 100%. We meet a character called Bo, and Bo, she had a relationship with, whenever she was Carrie Soto, the big Carrie Soto, and when she's training to come back, no one else will play with her. She ends up training with Bo, who is an aging male tennis player who never left, and he just wants to essentially like win, and he's trying to be better. And so they're two different people. She retired at the height, whenever, instead of training and coming back, she retired and has returned, whereas he stayed the entire time trying to be the best. Their relationship, I really liked. It was really sort of slow and steady, and sort of the book wasn't about their relationship, and it's not. He's there for her, and he's interested in her, because there have been a lot of guys who haven't been interested in her because she is powerful. And that's the thing, she does Carrie Soto's back does appear in Malibu Rising, and you see bits of Carrie in Malibu Rising and how the male character sees her, and you can see why they see her as this powerful woman who they want, and once they get her, they're like, oh my goodness, this is intense. This woman really is like intense, because she works out and she does all this stuff. She works really hard for what she has, and they aren't happy with that. Bo just made me cry. He was so supportive and loving of her, and he was there for her, and I really liked their relationship. I felt really invested in the matches. I don't really know quite an awful lot of tennis matches. I would watch the odd Wimbledon, but I don't really know tennis, and I sort of can't gather what's going on, but felt invested in the matches, and she portrayed the matches really well. I really liked the way the chapters were done. So for example, whenever they're doing, and she has who it's against, which open she's at, and everything, I thought it was really well laid out. Oh, one of the other things is that I think when she's in Wimbledon, she sees Princess Diana. She talks about what she was wearing, and I got to look up the picture, because Princess Diana was there at Wimbledon, and so it's like interacting reality with everything. It was really nice to be able to see, and of course they talk about, you know, John McEnroe and actual tennis people I would have known. One of the things I really like in this is whenever Carrie returns to tennis, and they have all these little like transcripts from like sports magazines and sports radio and everything, and they're talking about Carrie returning, and they're not happy that she's coming back. It's like, why? Oh, I mean, it's totally, you know, how everything's different for men and women. I mean, one of the things that is said, this a letter from the editor of one of the magazines, and saying why I'm thankful for Carrie Soto, and one of the things is, some men's childhoods are permitted to last forever, but women are so often reminded that their work is to be done. So yeah, it felt very much, at one point, you know, it's very much like this: you've had your career, now go have babies, do womanly things. Yeah, whenever she announces that she's coming out of retirement, they're so mean. They really don't see her as anything. There's just sports are USA, and one of the guys is horrible. He is so horrible. Briggs Lacken. I mean, there's three of them talking. There's Mark Hadley, Gloria Jones, and Briggs. And he doesn't even let Gloria speak. He interrupts her constantly in these and won't let her speak, and is constantly calling Carrie. I mean, Carrie Soto used to be called the battle axe, which was just another derogatory term. Instead of saying a swear word about her and being mean about her, he belittles the woman and belittles Carrie and belittles Gloria Jones and interrupts her and completely disregards her opinion. And is that the way men are portrayed in this? Probably. But yes, I really enjoyed Carrie Soto is back. I think I was expecting more from the ending. As I said, I was expecting the mother to I don't know why. I was expecting the mother to still be alive and to return. I did enjoy it. However, I don't think it was a 5-star read. Do you recommend it? However, I don't think I didn't enjoy it as much as Malibu Rising and Daisy Jones and the Six. But I do think it was good. I do think it was good, and Carrie was a very enjoyable character and a very relatable character, and I liked that you saw the competitive side and got to know her and realize why she's competitive and who she is, and you loved her for the fact that I fell in love with Carrie, and I thought she was a great character. And there's a lot of stuff being said in this book about women's roles and women and men's roles and everything. So I really, really enjoyed this, and I think it's a lot to say. If you have any opinion on Carrie Soto is back, please comment in and let's talk about it. Yeah, I want to know your opinions. I want to know how you felt about it, because I'm sure it's a very popular book and I'm sure everyone's read it. But this review I've been meaning to film this for a bit. If you like this video, please like, and if you want more content, please subscribe. And yeah, enjoy your day. Hopefully it's productive. And I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.